Runners, it's Mrs. Lopez. Today is Wednesday, the 22nd, I believe. And I just wanted to go over today's lesson with you. So, yesterday we filled out our informational pre-writing sheet. It looks like this. You should still have it. In the middle is your topic, which is what you're going to write about. That's something that you know a lot about. Now, in each bubble is a fact that you knew a lot about, and so, or the fact that goes along with the topic that you knew a lot about, excuse me. And so today what we're going to do, and you had to do at least 3, right? You could have done more, but you couldn't do less, at least 3. So I decided to do 4. Today we're going to move on to our next step. So I am going to count how many bubbles I filled out, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. I counted out 4 bubbles, which means I need, out of my packet, I need 4 pieces of paper that look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I have my 4 papers. Now I need to decide what is going to go on each paper. So I'm going to go back to my informational pre-writing sheet, and I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to read each fact. So that one of them is lining up, walking in the quiet zone, how to sit at the carpet, and how to sit at the tables. So I kind of feel like each of these kind of go together, so I want them back to back. The first thing that I want my reader to know a lot about, for me, I'm going to decide what goes first on my page. So I think what should go first is how to sit at the carpet. And then I think that what should go next is sitting at the tables. And then I think that we should talk about lining up. And then lastly, I think I'm going to talk about walking in the quiet zone. So now you can see I touched each page and told myself what was going to go on each page. So first, how to sit at the carpet, how to sit at the tables, lining up, and then walking in the quiet zone. So I practiced that. So you guys are going to do that same exact thing. And then, but only with your own informational pre-writing sheet. Now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to work on any of the words yet, but I am going to work on my pictures across the pages. So I have 4 pages, which means how many pictures do I need to draw? 4. That's right. So I'm going to start, what did I say I was going to start with? How to sit at the carpet. So I need to draw that. I'm starting with my pencil, and I'm going to draw the carpet that we all have in our classrooms. So it's not something we don't know what it is. It is the same carpet we each have in our rooms. And so it looks very familiar. So I'm drawing my carpet, and as I'm drawing my carpet, I'm thinking about what details I want to put on this page, right? Because that's the biggest thing, is details, which hooks our reader, keeps them engaged, keeps them interested. So I'm drawing my carpet, and I'm counting out the number of squares too, because I know how many squares are on our carpet, and I want it to match, right? I made one accidentally too big, so I gotta fix that one really fast. And then once I draw my carpet, what am I teaching the reader how to do? Am I teaching them how to stand up on the carpet? No, I'm teaching them how to sit on the carpet. So I'm going to draw a student, nice and big, and I'm going to draw them sitting on the carpet, okay? So once you do that, and are you necessarily writing the exact same thing as me? No, not necessarily. And so, are you going to be drawing the same picture as me? No. So, and their voice is off. So, they are not saying anything. So, I drew the carpet. And I drew someone sitting at the carpet. But they're not just sitting. How are they sitting? They're sitting crisscross applesauce. Kindergarten style. I need to label my picture. So, I need to label carpet. Carpet. Ooh, and this person is not a third grader or fifth grader. It's a kindergartner. So, k, n, d, g, art, n, kindergartner. Sitting at the carpet. Okay, there's my first page. I have a picture. I have a kindergartner. How to sit at the carpet. I'm not working on the words. I'm done with that page. My second page was how to what? Sit at the tables. So we all have tables in our classroom. Some of us have different seating options, but we all have tables. So we all know how to sit at the tables. So I have to draw my table. All right. So I drew my table, and now, and I do need to go back over these and add color, but right now I'm just sketching it, so that way I'm not wasting all my time on coloring. I just need to get my picture out in the world, and then when I'm done, I can spend time sketching it. Sound good? Just like at school, we do the same thing. We don't spend all our time coloring, right, during writing time. Okay, so I'm going to draw my kindergartner. And they're sitting and their hands are folded because unless we're doing something, their hands are folded and their eyes are on the teacher. And does my picture have to be perfect? Absolutely not, because it's just a quick sketch of what it means to be a kindergartner. All right, so I drew my kindergartner sitting at a table. Now what am I missing on my picture? Labels. So, and color, but I'll come back to that. So I need a label table. And oh, there's that big word again, kindergartner. K, n, d, g, art, n, All right, man, that is a big word. So I got how to sit at a table. My kid's quiet. They're sitting with their hands folded. Their voice is off. Am I working on my words yet? Not yet. My next page is, does anybody remember? Lining up. So for lining up, what you're going to do is I'm going to draw a picture of my kindergartners all lining up. So, excuse me. Sorry, you can't plan for those things when filming yourself, right? So my kindergartners are standing in line and their voices are quiet. Now, because I am Mrs. Lopez and I am teaching for my class, one of the things that we do, or not teaching for my class, but talking about my class and lining up, one of the things we do is we do hips and lips. And so that's what I'm going to draw. If you're not in my class, then you wouldn't necessarily do that because you are not used to doing that. I know that Miss Gerber does bubbles in her mouth with her kindergartners. And so anything that you do as a kindergartner is what you would draw. You would not draw, like I wouldn't draw what Miss Gerber does because I'm not in Miss Gerber's class. I'm in Miss Lopez's class, right? So I'm going to draw my kindergartners with the hand on their hips to remind themselves not to touch anything, and a finger on their lips to remind themselves, does anybody know? Not to talk while we're in the hallway. And I'm having trouble getting my arm up. But you know what? I'm just doing the best I can. So they're holding a hand up with a on their lips, a finger on their lips, a hand on their hips. and then I do their shoes and their shirt. So I'm going to keep drawing kindergartners behind this kindergartner, walking with a hand on their hip and a finger on their lips, because we're lining up, right? And so not just one person is in line. We have multiple people in line. So this gives me the perfect opportunity to practice drawing these people, these little kindergartners who are doing such a great job. Walking in the hallway. And again, does my picture have to be perfect? No, because it is just a quick sketch for writing time. Now, I'm going to keep going on this, but I want to give you guys time, so I need to label that. So I'm going to say kindergartners in line. Okay, so I wrote that. Now my last page is walking in the quiet zone. So one of the most important things about walking in the quiet zone is us not talking. So on my last page, I'm going to draw that right now. I'm not going to work on any of the words. I'm just going to draw my picture. And once I finish that, I'm done. I'm good to go. So, kindergartners, remember today you're going to get this sheet. You're going to count out how many bubbles you filled in. For me, it was 1, 2, 3, 4 bubbles. Once you fill out those 4 bubbles and count the bubbles, you're going to get one of these sheets for each bubble. So if you have 6 bubbles pulled out or filled out, you need 6 sheets, okay? Then, today, you're going to draw a picture for every bubble that you had filled out. Make sure you label it, all right? You're not working on the words. That's all you had to do today. Okay, kinders? I'm going to keep working on mine, and I hope that you guys do a great job working on yours. Have a great day. We'll see you later.